All right, so many of you have big aspirations in life. You want to be your own boss. You want to chart your own path. You want to be more responsible for your own destiny. And to me, that makes perfect sense. That is admirable. But you know what? Many of you run into a small problem, and this problem becomes a gigantic problem that stands in your way, that stops you from building the successful business that you want to build. You go about business in the wrong way. Or maybe I shouldn't say the wrong way. You choose a direction that makes it much harder for yourself. And who wants to struggle before they see a result, right? Of course, business comes with struggle, but not unnecessary struggle. And many of you are struggling unnecessarily because of the decisions you're making when you start your business. So what I want to do for you today is I want to show you some of the things that you're choosing to do as compared to the things that you should be choosing. And if you chose differently, it would give you the results that you seek, right? Because it boils down to how you get started. Everybody starts out and they have a lot of confidence. They have a lot of excitement when they get started, but that fizzles. Excitement can't be sustained. That's going to fizzle after a while, and then it's going to be on you and your strategy to drive you to the success that you're seeking. And most of you don't have a proven strategy. Most of you are operating in chaos. So I want to help you bring some organization and calm to that chaos. First of all, in order for you to get a different result, you have to do things differently. You cannot do the same things that every other business owner is doing and expect that you're going to get a different result. So number one, we have to be committed to doing things differently, however uncomfortable they might make us feel, because some of the things that I'm going to suggest are going to make you uncomfortable because it goes against what you are already thinking in your mind when it comes to how you're going to start your business, right? And it doesn't mean that you have to jump and do these things today. It just means that maybe you should start putting these things in your mind and start planning for these things. And when you get yourself to a certain position, then you can execute. But certainly you just don't want to jump out and execute on something like this without having a plan. Okay, so let's start off talking about what I believe is the number one reason why most business owners fail, right? Most people that start businesses, this is the reason why they fail. Because they depend on the business on day one. The first day of the business, nobody knows anything about the business. The business is not established yet. You just named the business. Nobody knows anything about this business, and you expect the business to come out on day one and start making money, right? You expect the business to come out on day one and start providing for your lifestyle, right? And it doesn't work that way. The business is not established yet. You haven't established it. So you cannot expect that the business is going to start making money on the first day of your business and provide for your lifestyle, help you to pay your mortgage, help you to pay all of the bills that you've acquired before starting the business. It just doesn't pass the common sense test. And if you choose this route and you go out and you start a business and you're depending on it to provide for your lifestyle, then it's more likely that you are going to meet a destination of failure. That's how that works. So we have to choose differently. We have to choose a different path and not be so dependent on the business to pay for your lifestyle, especially when you first get started. And I would even submit to you that it's not about expanding your lifestyle as your business starts to make money, right? Because anything can happen. And now you have expanded your lifestyle to be comparable to the money that you're making. And as soon as you stop making money in the same way that you've been making money, guess what happens? Everything is up in smoke. So we can't make these decisions early on in our business because it is going to definitely be detrimental to you being successful as a business owner. The more lifestyle you have, the more pressure you're putting on your business, and the more likely you will meet a destination of failure, right? So let's scale back the lifestyle, right? It just makes sense to say, you know what? I am going to decrease my lifestyle while I'm in the early stages of building my business, because that's going to put pressure, less pressure, I should say, on me to build a successful business. right? If I know everything is taken care of at home, I can easily sit down and say, hey, I'm going to put myself in a good frame of mind and build out my business without all of the stress of wondering how I'm going to pay for this and how I'm going to pay for that, right? Saving money is instrumental to your success. You have to save money before you start a business. And I know what people want to talk about credit and getting loans. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you coming into the game with some sweat equity and saying, hey, I've saved for this moment. I've sacrificed to be able to start this business. And now I'm ready because I have at least 12 months of operating expenses on hand, right? I've saved to give myself that cushion, right? I'm not one of those people that need the money right away to start financing my lifestyle. Because if you do, you'll likely meet an unsuccessful end. So the second thing that I want to talk about will kind of expand on the first thing, and that is don't ever put yourself in the position of needing your business. Think about it. If you go to a bank and you need the bank to give you a loan, you're probably not going to get one because banks don't give money to people that are in need, right? That's the same way I see a business. If you are running a business and you need that money, right? You need that business to make money in order for you to eat, then there could come a time where you're not going to eat, right? Because businesses are unpredictable. Things can be going great today, everything moving forward, and then bam, you could have a problem come up that halts your income, puts a splinter in your income, right? And then you got major problems because you need the business. I'm not in a position where I need my business. If my business does not make money this month, then guess what? Everything is still normal. Nothing in my life stops because my business stops making money, right? I think that is a really stressful position to be in, to need your business to make money in order for you to survive, right? I think there should be additional streams of income that you have coming in that makes you less dependent on a business, right? And yes, sometimes your lifestyle will expand with your business. Some people make the decision to do that and they put more pressure on themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that if you can handle that, if that's what you want to do. I personally don't see any benefit in that. Right? I don't see, benefit in expanding my life so much that I put so much pressure on myself to make money in a business day in and day out. I don't want that type of stress, right? I like to live a life of freedom, a life that I can enjoy without having unnecessary stress. Now, stress comes with life. There are certain things that are going to cause you to have some stress, but I want to keep those things to a minimum so that I can basically focus on other things and enjoy life and still run my business, still do the things that I want to do. The third thing that I want to talk to you about that most business owners don't do, especially in the transportation arena, is that they don't pay themselves a salary. Now, I know you don't need the business to provide financing for your lifestyle, but you do want your business to pay your salary. See, as a business owner, the CEO of the business, you are putting all the effort and energy into moving that business forward. So as the person that's responsible for all of that, you should be getting paid. If a man works, that person should be paid, right? Not only that, when you start to set it up so that you're paid, guess who else has to get paid? The IRS, the state. So when you set yourself up on salary and you start making money, now Medicare and Social Security comes out of that pay. Payroll taxes come out of that pay. You get to set up your quarterly tax payments because we don't want any of this stuff to get behind, because if it does, it can cause you a whole lot of problems, unnecessary problems. Stay on top of the financial matters by making sure that you carve out a certain amount of money to pay yourself as the CEO of your company. And in doing so, you're also going to pay the IRS and the state. Next, at some point, if you really want to build a successful business, if you want a business that takes you to another level in life, you have to make a decision between your job and your business. Which one is it going to be? Am I going to give all of my time to the business and give it the time that I know it needs for it to be what I know it can be? Or am I going to dabble in business and keep my job and just have my job so it can take care of my lifestyle, and I kind of dabble in business and just be in it half-heartedly, right? If you want to do it that way, you can, but you are going to sacrifice the success of your business if you're going to, continue to maintain a job. Because what jobs usually do is rob you of your time, take away from the time that you should be spending in the business, right? Because your business is your dream. That's your baby. That's the thing that you're trying to nurture, but you can't give it nurturing that it needs because you're giving all of your time to the job. So which is it going to be? At some point, you're going to have to make that decision, more than likely, to choose the business or the job. All right, so the last thing that I want to talk to you about, if you don't need your business, if you don't need it for your lifestyle, why would you work hard on it? Why would you put so much work and effort into something that you don't need? Because you want it. Everything in life is not about need. Some things in life you want, and you want these things so bad that you're willing to do the work that's necessary in order for you to get it. That's how a business should work, in my opinion. It shouldn't be about need. It's about something that I want. I want to take my life to a higher level, and I want to do it through business. I want to live a life of abundance, and I want to do that through business, right? So there's certain things that's about wanting it, not about needing it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link. It's in the description box. It's a link to my 5-video series. And what it does is it gives you a chance to come into the office with me, and you can watch me as I move loads, I talk to shippers and carriers to give you a better understanding of how this business works before you come into it. And then if you're ready to go out and set up a load board, whether you are a truck driver or you are a freight broker, I'm going to leave you a link in the description box that gives you 1 month free of the best load board in the business, and that is TRUCKSTOP. So check the description box for that link. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you all the way at the top of the mountain, because the bottom is much too crowded.